Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death. As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pocket. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? What is your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh,
She asked the question quite innocently, but it was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick. Dizzy.
Just relax and take it easy.
You don't say.
There's been an explosion.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I used to play hospital. Can you remember?
No. I need a drink.
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about your man?
Yes, he...
Ah, mon...
I needed a stiff drink. She didn't respond. The sight of the... I considered straightening the table. I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretend... The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner. That was the only news story. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the... It read Salah ad-Din.
Freeze! Hold it right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, eh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so.
Were you in the vicinity of the...
Yeah, I was sitting out. I was lucky. The inspector passed over my...
Did you see the deceased?
Yes, I did.
Was he... And did he...
No.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, there was a guy. He was carrying...
And Bon. And it is... Is the girl...
She confirms they're a clown with an accordion, no doubt.
Very well. Eh bien,
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. I hope this little incident does...
What about my personal safety?
What can I say?
And don't cross the road until the...
Great.
I honestly believe... Should you remember anything of importance, my card.
Thanks.
That is all.
There's not much to go on.
On the surface, if the door...
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detect...
Academic?
Excuse me. Hi, my name's George.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. On holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
you were here when the bomb went.
Sure was. Sat right.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La...
What's that? Some kind of nightclub?
No,
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me. You know, minutes after the outrage, but, real-life drama, human interest, that kind.
I'll just stick to the facts. Did you see who planted...
I know it sounds crazy, but it was direct.
Oh god,
Have you met the...
it's a long...
I have...
I don't.
Who's the guy you were supposed to...
His name was Planter. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cap.
I guess I'll never know what he wanted to...
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for... You speak very good English.
Thanks. You speak...
Do you know a police officer?
Rosso? I'll pass. If I didn't know better, I'd... Have you seen Rosso?
He's inside. What? Yeah. I found this news...
That is not a news...
It may have...
So? He had a taste for sensationalist... That doesn't help.
There's something... Salah Ed...
Sounds like a betting tip. What you...
That's what I thought.
Well, so what? I'm not...
No, but it could be a...
Do you think his next victim will...
She looked at me with a... Okay, it's a... Look, the
I didn't know.
See you again.
Adieu, mi-
Hi.
I thought
No, it was...
when he pulled that gun, those automatics, but
He made a mistake.
you,
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Did you see a...
a clown.
Yeah, with me...
Huh, those,
Not...
I love the circus.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch some of us?
Did you see an...
Wait, silly old coot. Work fascinates me, he said. Quelle vite. I could...
Would you like to read...
I haven't got time to read that.
You could read it on your...
10 minutes is all I get. And he'd have me on a drip.
Oh, take the news...
Ah, look at this. That cha. Save the doll. All that fuss over... Nah, that's more like it. Like champagne bottle. Ah, what's this? Saladin running
It's a racehorse?
a horse? A legend. Like a streak of luck. Do me a favor, won't you? I'm off to put some
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. The door was secure. Set into the huge gate. There was nothing. I lifted the cover to reveal what... As I picked up the plaque, it was the... I scooped up the sodden tissue. I took hold of the scrap of it. Hi there.
Hold it right there, you. I knew you would come back. And now,
What are you talking?
you're trespassing.
That's what I'm trying. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me. Keep your distance.
Okay, okay.
Now,
A telephone.
there is no I want to know what you
Didn't you hear?
in the sewer?
No, at the cafe. A deadly cocktail.
What? Mon Dieu. Did you say?
Yeah. He was disguised. By the time the bomb went off, he'd run to...
Ah, and then the man I chased. Do you think one end?
Well, yes.
Ah, that still does. For all I know.
Oh, no.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower. The Louvre. I didn't realize my waste pipes were.
Take a look.
I never.
What is this tissue?
Nothing. What on earth? Someone had emptied.
Do you recognize...
I am not.
Tell me about the man...
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type.
Does the name Plantar...
No, it doesn't.
The man who was... I'm gonna find it. I'll find it. Even if it means...
Ah, you won't get far in the.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, hey, she.
No, she's...
Oh, a poor girl like her isn't safe. With...
Can't you understand?
Ah, that's what you.
Was the guy you saw carry...
Now are you going to leave? Oh,
Perhaps you'd like to...
What is Inspector Augustin?
A homicide.
Then you are.
Okay, I'm not. I lied.
Don't apologize. You know, I had a. It is your posture. Oh yes, there is no mistake. When I was your age, I was fighting.
Let's start over from the beginning. Tell me about the man...
He grabbed me in an armlock. His grip was like iron. But, oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of...
Yes. Take a look.
Aha,
Precisely.
unless
Why would he want...
to put...
Did I...
we...
Does this piece of...
that is the same I recognize.
Now, about the...
No, monsieur. One of the sleep... Pity, because otherwise, it had the tailor's name.
Where did you send...
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seems...
Just... Was there any...
You know what?
Do tell...
He changed...
Was the guy...
So you don't want to hear? I thought to make the...
I'm sure you did. Do you know the way... Just...
Yes. She came to work at the camp. I look forward all...
Really?
Oh, mais oui.
Does the name...
No.
Was the guy...
Why, yes.
That belonged...
Oh, what do you...
I don't know. But the killer thought... What was the...
It was...
Did you get the...
There wasn't one, monsieur.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you...
74 98 08.
You're kidding.
Yes, that's it. And I was taught the technique.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy. Do I?
Honesty, monsieur.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty.
I have to... Thanks to your help, this...
Raymond, good luck, Inspector. I'll let you... I hope you find your...
So do I.
Hello? Who is this?
Hi. Mine...
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't.
Well, I'm trying to... Could I maybe...
No.
Oh, okay. Forget it.
What are you talking about? Who?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the...
Thank God.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity.
No, I'm not.
Go on. I'm...
You know a guy called...
No.
What do you know about the clown who bought...
I don't have no idea what you're...
You're cool, Todrick. But I
don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know. Oh, this is ridiculous.
I tell you, I know nothing about...
Did you know that one of your customers...
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and...
Shall I tell you how he was killed?
I told you, I never...
I expect Plantar's a family. In their little apartment, Madame listening for the familiar sound of her husband's... Junior is waiting for his daddy to come. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned. Only tonight...
You forgot.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for...
Maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. None of this has anything to...
Thanks for nothing. Sergeant Moo?
You are the inspector.
I found this...
What will you do?
Fishing for clues.
You still insist you saw...
Of course.
It will take more than a plastic prop...
You don't want it.
Sir,
Do you reckon...
no, monsieur.
I found...
Perhaps it would be...
No, what?
If you...
I believe this...
If you are right, monsieur, then
How do you...
only the English would wear a suit.
Don't you like...
It is not so much a question of liking. They have none.
Did you find...
No, sir. Until he countermand...
I really... He ran into the...
Did you follow
That's your job.
an armed chase? That's not a Inspector Rousseau, maybe or not.
How did you and Rosso arrive at this? You arrived within minutes.
Inspector Rosso's sources are a bit. There are some who say he has made a pact.
What do you think?
I think
What is
he is giving her the once-over. As
Huh?
once he gets his teeth into a case,
Was he serious about all that?
of course, his revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the fate.
I can't see it taking off in I've tracked down the clown.
Is that
Yeah, there's a man down the street.
just
No, he changed.
so? How did he know?
He didn't. But all
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them.
I was one of the last people to.
Does that?
Yes, it does. I feel.
That is best left. Did he speak to?
No.
Don't let it trouble you, Miss.
Did you notice
The girl with the camera. She works for.
Did you see where?
She has gone home. She took one of me. She said mine was the kind of face.
She did.
Wait, I have great.
Did she leave?
No, monsieur. But I. 50, 48.
Thanks.
She said to call her in a few days. I thought I'd take the best shot of me.
Great idea, Sergeant. See you later.
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the.
How did you get my number?
The gendarme gave it to me. Is anything wrong?
I'll say there is. What,
I was hoping you'd help me find the answer to a few questions.
such as?
Who was the clown, and why did he blow up the cafe?
I'm a journalist. I usually ask the question.
Look, if you're covering this case, I might be able to help.
Really?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the and I know where the killer gets his.
No kidding.
You are?
Look, why don't you come here to
Fine.
361 Rue?
Okay, I'll come right over. Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to?
Uh,
I'm very good.
thanks all the same. Besides, if it only takes a minute. Are the flowers
Oui, monsieur.
okay?
I wouldn't do that.
No?
They are lilies. Some people are...
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. What are the flowers?
Dahlias?
What do they s-
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the. What about.
Those are iris.
And the little.
Sense.
Oh, they're no use. I want to make an impression, not jump down. Do you know a young woman?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give... It sticks, you see. The landlord said he'd fixed it before we... He's been saying that...
How long has Mademoiselle Collard?
A few months. She's in for a shock. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. The only reason I stay is because you're a young lady.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fun. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told. She's proud, that one.
I've changed my mind.
You're going...
My oh my. Can you tell me anything I don't?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs?
Please yourself.
How does this fortune?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be...
Haven't you ever wondered why you were?
Well, it's a bit like that. Some of us are born with a bit... I just happen to be one of the luck.
Can you really for?
Only time. The strange thing is, other people, but when I try to see what
That must be.
maybe, I've either that.
See you later.
That's right.
Remembering the flower seller's advice.
Bonjour.
Please.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Eh bien?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the...
I thought I could smell.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry.
And?
I got his tailor.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't there. Can you believe it? He told me to drop.
But you're not about to do...
Oh no. I am going. You know what I think? The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political.
That covers just... How did Plantar get...
For the newspaper, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders. The cases were remarked. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive. Plantar said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about it.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victim.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical. He made his money from amphetamines and the post-war slimming. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally beating their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the off. The only witness in the case was his She swears he was led to his death by a snow.
What about the clown?
Yamada, the controversial he inherited his fortune from his father's. He was committed to dismantling Japan's.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony pop.
Yamada was a man of vision.
If you say so.
At the end, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor.
A snowman? You know, I hate to admit it, and I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitation.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am. But this story could be my only chance.
Or a prima. Rosso didn't blink when I told him about it. It's as if he all...
That is typical of a cold fish like... I've seen cheeseburgers with more spur.
I found this false...
Hey, was this inside?
The contents of...
Don't be cross. It says La Risée du Monde. It's a costume shop.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers...
Why don't you...
No way am I wearing this. Besides... I found this...
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint.
It's still...
I found a piece of... When I showed it to the concierge...
It's very distinct. Just wait until you... I developed the film, I shot it. Here, George, it... Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the suit.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent.
Tell me more about...
Oh, there is...
Well...
I guess I owe that to my father. I was 8 and my parents...
May I...
Sure.
Thanks.
Hello?
Mr...
Oh, it's...
Did you make a suit for a scar in the shape?
Maybe.
Tell me where I can find him.
And if...
I won't leave you.
I can't tell you anything unless you give...
Do you know where I can...
I told you.
Thanks for... Did you live with...
Yes, my I don't mind. 4 years later, it...
Ah.
Well, it's alright. He was more like an older brother, really. Papa always wanted I should study art.
I'm going...
Where?
I guess I could visit...
Good idea.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. But
I don't want...
didn't you ever dress up when you...
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look... I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a man who hired...
Oui, monsieur. I do not...
Don't you keep a record of costumes?
Of course.
Well, then I'd like to check. Give me the names of everyone.
Impossible.
The clown I'm looking for. Give me his name, and I'll see his...
I'd help you if I could, but you see, the clown costume is on average, we hire out more than 30. You'll have to give me more to go by.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui? He was here this morning.
Are you sure this is the...
Oui, monsieur.
How come clowns...
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable...
Personally, I think clowns should be banned.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one. Have you heard of a man...
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Does this dirty...
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
theatrical grease...
Oui, monsieur. La crème.
Have you sold any of...
Yes.
About...
I have all...
Do you want this red...
Not...
Are you sure that...
Oui, monsieur. He chose...
A pix...
Very smart. He gave me his name as...
Thanks for your...
My... Allow me...
Huh? What are you trying to do?
You did not...
I never saw the funny side of electro...
Eh bien, it is your...
Do I need a light?
No, but I give you...
What?
Remember to switch it off before...
Salut,
I've been to the cost...
Yeah, I like it. But
I didn't hire a costume. These are my clothes.
did you ask about...
Yeah. He hired 2 costumes. The clown...
Then we're one jump ahead of him.
How do you make that out?
He probably plans to use the pixie suit next time he...
Oh, God. I don't deserve to die at the hands of a pixie.
Don't be silly, George. That...
Oh, no?
No. Because every time you see a pixie, you're going to run like hell.
May I use...
Sure.
Thanks.
Hello?
It's George.
What now?
I found out the name of the guy I'm looking...
Is that...
Yeah. You know who I'm talking...
Yes, the Hotel Ubu, it was upstairs.
Thanks, Todrick. Now we're getting... Do you know the...
The Ubu?
That's where the clown...
Good work.
What are you doing to...
Research.
Yeah? You have a card?
I have a telephone.
Oh.
Not yet.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Have you found out any more about...
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims...
When?
The second week of July.
Did they meet?
I don't know.
See you later.
Where are you?
I could go.
Watch out for
Don't worry. Excuse me.
Yes?
Have you heard of a guy called...
No.
I'm looking...
Are you trying?
No, I really...
There are no clowns.
Do you know a man by...
No.
It's very...
I told.
Forget it. Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello.
I'm looking for...
You disappoint. For one foolish moment, I thought. Aren't you going to tell me your...
George. George.
How sweet! I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to me.
A real lady?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors. I can trace my family back to the Normans. Beneath that impressive pedigree, the blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England. You appear distracted, George.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens!
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term, you American? It's on the tip.
I believe what you're thinking of is...
Precisely.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person.
Genghis Khan, the legendary...
No, darling.
Kevin Khan?
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist and organizes fundraising for the Rotarians.
Does he have a scar?
I really wouldn't know.
Did you know there's a gang...
What makes you think he's...
The Italian suit and the bulge?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulge. That doesn't necessarily make...
Are you here in...
No, darling. I needed to get away after...
I didn't realize you were mourning the law.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about you.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, Mike. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris. A wild romance is just what you need to take your... Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken... I must say I was disappointed with his cock. Not at all. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to... That was...
What happened?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart.
They couldn't...
It was just as I'd always in the intimacy of candlelight. And then, those brooding eyes, that... He was the man I'd been waiting for.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him...
Who was the guy who...
His name is Merlin.
Do you recognize...
My God, it's...
She represented everything I loved about the English. Merlin? You mean King...
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow... He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man...
The man you know is Merlin.
What do you mean?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked. I took him to be a... You know, I'd rather like to...
When did you...
It was no more than... He came downstairs and spoke to that... Something passed hands. I could...
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin...
Are you sure you saw Merlin?
Yes,
I wonder what...
obviously.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do. Has Merlin returned?
No, he...
If I could get... I have... Excuse me. You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounced...
Yes,
I don't want to worry you, but have you... You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of...
I don't know.
Do you know a guy...
I don't.
Oh,
Why do you? I have seen enough of that.
I'm... Do you reckon... He calls him...
Yes. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. This is a...
That is just one.
This is a...
That
May I...
I do not shake.
Now that's a real bad attitude. Have you seen it?
I beg
The clown.
my pan marks, and they are a pleasure. And
I'm... You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize
in my country, the people make do with
for pants.
for everything. Oppression is
Thanks.
goodbye.
I want some information.
Who are you?
I'm conducting a...
Ah, that is one of the drawbacks. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I'd like to retrieve...
Ah, oui, monsieur. Hey,
I don't...
your
I don't have it with me. I could show you.
I'm sorry, monsieur.
You won't find any more you...
I'm sorry. I'm rat.
Do you know a man?
No,
I'm looking for a man.
this is a... There are no...
If you say so. Do you recognize...
Yes, monsieur.
What name?
I...
Can you tell me which room the...
Oh, no, monsieur.
Do you recognize...
No?
What do you mean?
Do you wish me to dispose of it?
Hey, no!
Perhaps you would like a little
Nah, it's... Hey,
I'm still sore from the shock at... He was secretly practical jokes are so...
oh, yeah. Thanks for... Hi, ma'am.
Hello,
I...
Excuse...
What?
You were trying... No.
There was no one registered, but the name in the book for room... I figured the lady at the keys wouldn't appreciate... Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Would you distract the...
Are you asking me to...
I guess I...
Good heavens, I must be...
I don't think...
Now tell me.
I'm hoping it's the key.
Well, I shouldn't think my feminine charms, but a good dose of English arrogance. We listen carefully.
But the...
Good. I wish to deposit...
I...
Are you quite... Oh. Over to you, my dear.
The door. The door. It wasn't the right... Room number... It was a... It wasn't... Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key. The cabinet was empty, but it's... The assassin had been too smart to leave in... There was nothing in the... I searched the interior of the briefcase. The pants were newly laundered and pressed. There was nothing in the... The bed was freshly made. It was the battered leather briefcase. I searched the interior of the briefcase. The door led... I had the kind of feeling in my... I couldn't believe my luck when I found the first was an order. The second was a pass card which read, I resisted a child. If I wanted Mama. There was no one registered, but the name in the book, in the back of the office.
What?
Does this pass?
That is
That's right. I want to see what he's.
impossible.
You're making a.
Maybe. What now?
Does this
No.
The matchbook bore a pattern. Hi, man.
Hello.
I found.
So, that deceit.
Uh-huh. I showed the pass to the clerk, but he wouldn't buy it.
I'll give him something to be. Follow me. Did you place a package from Merlin?
I did.
And did my friend here show you Merlin?
Indeed.
What's the problem?
He is.
A mere academic,
But
I happen to be a justice of the peace. I am. If he tries anything, shoot him.
My.
one moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much.
I don't know what I would have done without you, lady.
Voila, monsieur.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American.
The clerk had given me a tightly. I decided not to enroll. The door. I knew this was no way to treat an angel, but I couldn't let it fall.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem. If you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing.
Oh.
Search it.
You bet! Hey, knock it off. Nothing, Gid.
Our Paul.
What? I had to report you to the...
Round here.
You want I should...
No.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido... I couldn't wait. You're just not.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a midi. Khan left it.
It's incredible.
It could be.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two... Whatever this manuscript means,
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Jeez. So the treasure is...
If there ever was a treasure... Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer.
But maybe that's what the clown and his... Maybe this man...
You'd better leave it here for a sec. Think about it, Josh. Besides, that...
Okay, I'm Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Let's face it, someone who knows.
Who do you suggest?
I know a guy his name.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets...
Far from it. Andres
Where can I find...
at the Kron Museum.
There's a woman looking, but the reflection has 3...
She reminds me of the wicked.
She was the one who said, mirror me. She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't fight.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile. A knight with a crystal ball. There's something written on the scroll.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinum.
By my teacher.
You speak Latin?
A trick? I studied law, okay?
My, you're touchy.
Through my teachings, there's a guy working on... He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place. Somewhere famed for weaving and
Where folk...
It beats copper boxes.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull. Even...
What's that object?
It looks like a... Maybe I'll check out...
I'm sure you...
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you? No.
But Lobino...
Work? I wouldn't go so far. He studies here most days, but as you can see, for...
Do you know anything about the knight?
No, sir.
Do you know anything about...
Not me, monsieur. I am... It is the uniform, I guess. This is...
And they ask you to part...
They asked me to party. No. They assume I am an authority.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is not like Miss.
Do you recognize...
No, monsieur.
I guess... Do you... Have you ever heard...
Oh, no.
Thanks...
Leave it alone.
Closet? In the case was a spindly tripod. Black. It was A notice identified it as 15. It had been found in Lochmarn at the site of Ireland.
What's that?
This tripod.
I will have to ask you to...
I'm so... I froze.
Hey, no!
What's wrong?
Your mother...
I'm so... As I reached toward... I froze.
Now what did I tell you? Was it not...
Oh, yeah. I was tempted to go to...
Hi, Jules.
I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marne.
I have heard of Lochmarn. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip mag.
No, I write.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a fourth. This site at Loch Marne must be.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this. How do you feel about it?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be I want to follow up the Bibliothèque. If you really think Pegram's Dam is important, why don't you visit Lochmarn?
On my own? Where is Ireland? What do you know about?
I've seen a television program. He's written a book. The Crusader families.
I'll bet he'd be interested. Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the tripod. There's a guy between them. I'll see.
Okay.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Loch Marne. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day. Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
Rosso's the name?
You a
Let's just say I...
cool?
Cut the crap.
Liam,
What are you doing hanging around the bar?
I'm on the run.
Why? Did you do...
I ain't done nothing.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. And there's me poor old mother. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood. The old skinflint cheated me too. Look, ma, says I. See what you're... When suddenly, me dad appeared. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. That's why I'll run.
Something in the grin on his face told me he would. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate. Do you know a man?
Can you describe him like on the telly?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me...
No, I can't, because he's not here now, but if I sees him, I...
Do you know what Pegram was doing in...
Digging for buried treasure?
Do you know anything about...
He wouldn't let me. I offered to help, but I didn't want to see his smelly old hole.
Did anyone from the...
Pegram bought some students. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn. The only local guy who worked for him was
What does this fit?
big head, big ears.
What?
You know, spectacles, glass.
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone...
No, only.
What?
Oh no,
You know something about the castle.
no.
What is it you're covering up?
I.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the...
Oh yeah.
Then I'm taking...
Oh, there's a go. It's called the Fan.
Have you seen it?
Here in Lochmarn.
The man I'm looking for...
Jesus. Did this clown see? And he's after this kid. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown.
My God. That doesn't sound...
Who are you calling a kid?
Yeah, right.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married, 10 kids if you count the wives.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts.
Mister, I seen it with last Tuesday night. I just reached the top of the wall.
What's...
A horrible snuffling and snorting. It was coming.
Did you find out what was making...
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like the moon was cracked and greasy like the yard was full of I would have gone home, but me late.
Did you get to...
Indeed I did. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down, all grey. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing. I was so scared. Why,
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for...
there is.
See...
Okay.
Top of the morning.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say.
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobe? Why, Is it?
That's not a bad idea.
I could. If you don't mind waiting until the last.
No problem.
When the Undertaker comes.
I'm looking for a...
Fitzy.
I believe he may have worked at Pegram's...
Sean Fitzgerald.
Do you know a man called...
Indeed, I. Are you a friend?
Oh, no.
Me too. That son of a.
Did Pegram stay here?
That's right. In the best room in the house.
That's the one with the bed.
Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the Reformer. They come every year.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb him, especially not a big fella from.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like...
Have you served any...
No.
Seriously.
Would he be having a little white dog with a black patch over the...
I shouldn't think so. What can you tell me about...
You're the second person. I don't know. It's only a...
Who else was that?
He said he was a... He was asking about...
I could have told him a tale or two. He might have paid me to hear what he...
Anyway,
Good for you, Mick.
Do you reckon...
no, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score...
I don't want... If it's a fight you're looking for, see,
A priest?
sure. And he teaches the boys how to... According to Mahoney. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he... Dial.
Sorry, Michael. I was Miles.
And
I'll try a glass...
is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess...
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients. It shouldn't be kept under pressure. And finally, it should have...
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you...
Do you recognize...
No.
Nah. Do you recognize...
No.
Hey, Bart.
Land.
Sorry.
Now, why should I do that?
Nothing.
Not just now, mister.
Aw. Thanks. Hi, my name's...
Hello there, mister.
May I
No,
Well, how come?
because I'll...
Do you recognize...
It's a handsome mug on that fella to be...
Don't be fooled.
No.
Do you know Professor...
Do I know him? No. I mean, I know we...
Do you know anything about Peagram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right. What he needed was shovels.
Pegram was digging for historical remains.
Is that a fact?
It's the science of archaeology. Understanding how people used to live by one day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Is it true that Pegram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard it.
That gem is the talk of every...
Nobody told me.
A lucky sod. So that's why he's...
Did anyone from the village...
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called... What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the...
Can you tell me anything about...
Oh, I don't know much. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He doesn't... Would you be one of them history...
That's right. Professor...
You're an archaeologist.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gent... How come you didn't leave with...
I didn't know they'd gone until the land... Bye. Hello there.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
Do you know...
Yes, sir. What you want?
I want to talk to him.
What makes...
The boy outside...
I can't imagine anyone implying Sean. He wouldn't know a post hole.
Do you know where I can find...
You're too late to meet.
Is he...
Not that. I saw a pint with our esteemed...
Why is Pegram's departure...
He's lost a paying get. More than that. There's the... Poor Michael seen red over the business.
Can you tell me more about the...
Mick Leary? The trouble is, his idea of sophistication...
I never worked out why he did that. It's much...
That's true. Never run your hand up with your feet.
Do you know where...
I'm sorry. He upped anchor in the dark and ship.
Why did he...
Who knows? Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down.
What can you tell me about the gem?
Now there's a gem. A man would have to be full of greed. What's your interest in the jewel?
Oh no.
Thank the Lord.
What can you tell me about the castle?
It's a fact. Dates back to the 10th century. Most of the existing building was out of much.
Or the ruin?
Oh no, anyway, there's nothing of interest.
Pegram thought otherwise.
But it's not difficult to get them history boys. Give them a bone to play with, and
Was it Pegram who...
The same man. And can you guess what he did with the tripod?
He sent it to a museum in... Have you heard...
More than that. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spec.
So it's not just... There really is a...
Oh no. I was talking about the...
What can you tell...
Gruber Electron?
Do you rec...
Nope.
I'd like...
I'd rather not. You see...
Goodbye. Mr. Fitz...
What?
I need to speak...
What?
Can I get you in a...
Oh, no, thank you. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass it.
Did you work at Professor... McGuire's?
You don't believe that?
Why not?
His probation officer could tell you a tale.
Have you heard about the gem which...
I heard a rumor, but you can't believe every...
Where can I find...
I heard he's gone. I don't know.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there.
How old?
I
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
used to play there sometime. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall and broke his... We didn't go there.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Shake my...
It's a trick.
Damn it, you're right. Check out the...
Yeah.
Not exactly.
Thomas Merlin.
Do you recognize... look close.
No.
See... Hi there, old...
What?
Nasty cold you've got. As soon as the words left...
Is there such a thing as a... I put the question to... Father, says I. Why were we...
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out. Oh, yes, prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary...
Polynosis?
Thank you. Yes,
Excuse...
police. No,
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
that's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other...
Do you know where I can...
I told...
Can you...
Don't even think about it.
That's what the kid outside told me.
Then you're...
Have you...
To be sure.
Can you...
It was horrible. A wee
Are you sure it wasn't a wild ass?
skunk. No.
I think I know what you saw. I don't think so.
What?
He was up. He thought you were.
Oh,
Ghosts don't bother me.
you can't.
There's no one.
That's right.
Can I buy?
Very kind, I'm sure.
What's wrong?
I see.
Take a look.
Take.
I don't suppose it me.
No.
Do you reckon?
Is that the...
No, I don't have a scar on.
I can't...
Hey, would you like to shake my? What is it?
Nothing.
What does?
I suppose...
No, I'm not.
No.
I'll see you. I tugged at the plastic. Hi, you speaking?
Well, now, an implication of cognizance shroud.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12. It was.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is...
I was a. Have you seen
No, he's
Do you happen to know?
back in England.
Do you think Pegram?
Look at the facts. It doesn't take a degree in math. You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pegram.
What can you?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of it's history. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Who built the?
Mad Phelan the first. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more. He built his castle from...
Where was the site of the?
Right here. Phelan built right on top. It's said that deep beneath the...
Did Pegram discover the?
I don't know. His workers were sworn.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack?
What? You'd break. Do you think I'd stand by?
I'd be very careful, and
You won't get the chance. Not one.
Good book?
A book. It's a
Yeah. What's the?
creative shelving for beginners.
What's so?
There's nothing. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood. Ah, no. I bet he was a wizard.
Surely the betrayal of Christ's adoptive family is humble art.
I don't know about that, but I know. Haven't you?
Well, no, but I have seen the greatest story. I have to. Hey,
What do you want?
are you sure Fitzgerald?
Oh, yes.
Well, he.
I saw them.
I wish you'd told me that sooner.
Pegram gave Fitzy a box.
I knew it.
Break his...
Nah, I couldn't.
Like
Thanks for the offer, kid.
Chinese.
Do you know where I could find?
He's inside.
How come?
He's like a fright. Boy, the fella's...
I heard that Pegram had.
That's right.
You haven't seen.
Hell no. If I was him, I'd go... He could be living the life of Riley.
What's Fitz?
Everything and everything.
So I shouldn't have any trouble.
He's a pushover. Try to stop.
See you later.
Okay. Hello.
McGuire says he saw you. What's more, he saw you talk.
He's a little liar. He'll say...
Well, it's... See you... Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I don't...
I'll just...
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I don't...
Hello.
Check out...
Yeah. It's yours. Thomas More.
Do you reckon...
No.
What?
Nothing.
What is...
Blood.
Why is that?
I used to bleed a lot when I... Every time there was a playground, I wouldn't have mind.
Does this ma...
No.
Hey.
Excuse me.
No,
The man's arm lay across. As the man raised his arm...
Hey! Hello there again.
Do you remember seeing...
I think me brain bot. Can I buy... You most certainly. Give me a drink.
cool. Doyle? Shame on you.
Just to point this...
1 point.
Do you remember?
I can picture the scene as if... Come to think of it. Fitzgerald was there all right. He was speaking with...
Bye. Excuse me.
Hello there.
Oh.
Hello.
Doyle, he's seen you there.
Just my luck. Grassed up.
I need to talk to Professor...
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You're not from the social...
Hell no.
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working.
I'm not in a position to make... That's between you and your... All I want is to talk...
But he's not, he...
I know that. But he... So where...
I don't know. He came to see me early this morning. He asked me to give this package to a guy.
Show me what's in the...
I can't.
Why not?
I promised.
So what? You didn't... So where's the harm in taking the...
You don't know these people.
This is your last chance to... I've been patient with you, but now...
Who do you...
Who will?
Man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him a package unopened, but if I double-crossed Marquet...
I'll deal with you. Give the package...
No, I don't know how to... I wish I'd never even heard... Hey, I just seen it.
Get out of here, come back when you're on. What's the lad howling?
A big red sport. Sean Fitzgerald.
Get! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, mate.
Oh, yes. And who?
Not me.
Me too. No.
I was telling the truth.
Okay, calm down.
I was standing when I saw this beautiful... Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. Well, the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Did this pixie have a skull?
I couldn't see. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you. Did Fitzgerald
I didn't see. It all happened so...
see you?
Okay.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off. It was impossible. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Do you reckon you... that... Hi, it's me again.
So
Did you happen to see
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red.
Sure, it was an awful
a Ferrari?
a racing car.
A poor fat... The driver of the Ferrari was in...
Is that
Yeah, he not...
what an idiot?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast.
I mean, the car.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit. His name is Sean...
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible. Was he killed?
Oh no, but...
Well, that's a...
Aren't you going to look for...
What for? From what?
Well, you could report the matter.
Better not. Besides,
Well, they could mount a search.
they have only the one bicycle between. In a question of superior acceleration,
I think you ought to know.
I'm not sure I...
But you're his uncle.
You're right, but if I'm not here to guard it, some idiot... What? Stay here and guard or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew. It'll need some...
Why,
You're right. We'll demolish the...
you don't have to I'll stay here in your place.
Marvelous. I think...
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar. stack of hay stopped, short, even if I stretched as far as what I needed was a I inserted the end of the lifting key. It remained lodged in the... It was a rusted piece. Hey, Bill. The animal stick behind the... How you doing, boy? I felt his threat. Hey, Bill. The goat... It was a bright red... Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
What do you mean?
Hey,
That old windbag doesn't
you're pretty cool.
See?
Okay.
I considered time. Almost. As soon as the old guy looked away. Hello. Leave. I want you.
Oh, it's the worst. It's top the bad news. The whole. It's worse.
Isn't it the biggest?
Oh, you would say it's a.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled up.
There's.
Is a glass of beer more?
Were you talking
To all of you.
Sean has gone for. Why don't you calm?
What about Sean?
There's no point in launching an illiquid in a life or death situation. That's what.
For a point. I gotta go. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I don't.
I'll just.
Somehow, I felt strangely compelled to order. I was about to read. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
May I have?
Certainly.
Yeah.
That's the sea. Each battery suspended, lowered, like. I'm sorry, but I could fix. I don't think so. This is. Oh well, at least. It's not my.
It just.
Well, no. Here's the house bedeviled with faulty wire. Here's you, and electric. I still want to. You can make a start on the glass. And when you finish that, will you take a look at the.
I used all my. Seemed fine. There was nothing physical. I couldn't see anything obvious. It was an. I replaced the... I knew it was dangerous, but I... Excuse me, Mr. Lear. I fixed your glass. Bingo!
Free half pint.
No. Could you?
I guess so, but
If you can't fix them, I'll have.
the pumps were...
That's right.
What a dumb place to... The only way I was gonna find anything down there... I pushed the lever and... I pulled the lever. I pushed...
No! Careful!
I lifted the trap door. I looked down on a stone tile.
Excuse.
There was a nasty feeling in my... It was cut. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened?
What was that?
A man was involved.
I didn't see him.
What about the book?
He doesn't know anything. The kid, well, you know how it is in these... Not enough genes. I prayed McGuire had the sense to... Was the guy hurt?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks you didn't happen to...
If I had, I would have taken it to...
Of course. Thank you.
It was impossible. Then I noticed a flash of light. It was Peagrim's. As I held it up, I guess I was all...
Did you find
What?
whatever you...
Yeah.
No problem.
No way. You're...
We can sell it.
Forget it, kid.
I could.
If you want to do me a favor...
Okay.
Oh, and... The slow drip of water... The faucet creaked, coughed. I held the... The carton was damp. I looked... Hey,
What do you... Okay.
The rope by which the statue was too heavy. As I dipped my plaster of Paris. I sprinkled I squeezed the towel as I held the towel. The trickle of I eased this underneath. The hardened plaster cap.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today.
Not much. I had to
Did he
Hardly. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the
He's still in?
Yeah, some idiot.
And you say Pigram?
Without a trace.
Pigram's
The Templar. Whoever Jacques Marquet.
Jacques Mar...
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from...
What are you...
I want to find out who, what... All I've got to go by is... Let's take another... That's the gem that I can't...
Okay. And why the...
Okay. Shopping.
Just...
I beg your pardon.
That's me? You...
No.
Help?
My name is George...
Well...
Does the name...
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place, a dark temple of death, with row upon scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while
That explains... I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village...
Lochman!
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe.
So Pegram was in Paris.
Pardon?
Nothing. Where was the site of...
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin. The old gibbet was torn down.
I'd like your opinion on a...
Vraiment?
No, it's too... There are certain people who'd stop at...
Intriguing.
There isn't much. Oh, I was kind of hoping you'd help...
Without seeing the manuscript.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image...
The Knights... Does the Templar seal? I'd love to see that for myself.
Can you tell me anything about the night?
I should. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, the greatest fighting force in Christendom.
Jeez. How did the Templar...
From the building in which they set up, the King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the... It was said to have been the site of the original. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later...
You're a mine of information.
Glad to...
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new... They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty. So, their money, goods, and land... The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England. The poor Knights of Christ became...
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar...
Who knows? So, or if it does, the truth.
What do you mean by...
The Templars have attained mythological status. Like the King Arthur, there are people even now who...
Do you think that...
No.
The manuscript is being looked after by...
In Paris?
Yeah.
Well, just give me the address.
I'm not... Maybe I should check... Yeah, she... Maybe it was my imagination. Suddenly, this friendly historian... This friend...
Oui.
She lives at...
Ah! I'll drop by.
Does the guy in this...
No.
Thanks for...
You're welcome.
Hi, Andre. What do you make...
It's the big word.
From Professor...
Did Pig...
Yeah, the site with... Do you think it could be part...
No, I shouldn't.
Thanks.
You're...
Attention!
Don't you think it's...
Better stop.
What's the problem?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new...
So what...
They cook their burgers on the amount since they open. That is why.
The rod...
No, miss.
Okay, okay. This is ridiculous. Excuse me. That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty. That is our crime is fought through attention.
Yes. Have you heard of a...
Yes. He used to be known. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic. In the avenue, they...
Why was Marquet known as...
Because he lived in...
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
I'd like to...
Yes, monsieur.
I'm the victim.
I see.
Outside they stopped me as I was leaving and went through...
Could you describe...
One looked like a gorilla. Their names are...
Bon.
What are you going to do about...
I'm going to bust them. For years I have been hoping to pins. Now's my chance.
Thanks, Sergeant.
I'm only doing...
Do you know a man... He's a shifty look...
No, miss... As this man, any...
Yes. Is Ross...
Yes, he is.
Yes, I...
One moment. Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it...
No, miss...
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the... No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity. But there is no need. If only people would learn to...
If he was trying to impress me, he was pompous and patronizing.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, investigations have been...
But
have been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet? I know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Have you heard of the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. But of course, monsieur, their fame is widespread throughout France. We haven't forgotten them, unlike the rest of Europe.
It was the King of France who persecuted them, though.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real twitchy. You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
Not everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobbard.
Why do you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars. Whatever. I saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
The Templars were the first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
Excuse me?
What do you want now?
I know...
Is that so?
No, but...
We'll know everything there is.
I'm trying...
The best way...
Do you recognize...
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who...
This man look...
is taking...
Then there is nothing...
Nothing. Excuse...
And
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were and hanged in their dozens within this...
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Shouldn't you be off directing...
You have seen the Parisian...
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the so-so Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a...
An excellent question, monsieur.
Have you seen...
No.
I believe him.
Oh,
Is that all you...
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international, but it didn't.
Does this matter?
The pattern beyond.
Would you like... I stopped myself electrocuting a cop. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me... Look at this...
Cut.
No, it's not.
What kind of madman would go around?
So, I didn't like to think about...
The
In French, English, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved and excommunicated. In the following 2 years, many of their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay... I couldn't open it.
Hey, leave that. Sorry, yours.
Waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
Biblical references,
I guess.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them. Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
A typical last time. Hello again.
Hel-
Do you know what?
Aha! I read Hollywood Wives.
If you tried to sniff this, it's
It is for one awful moment. Allah.
Hi, Nico.
What do you
I'm full
I can't imagine why.
because Sergeant Moo has the guy who was supposed to collect the gem, Jacques Marquet.
You found him.
He's in a hospital here. I guess that was the killer's doing. Just
Maybe. Are you
what have I got?
plenty?
Have you found out any more?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for the downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel. Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, Georgie.
Does this matter?
Alamut is the name of the place where the hash...
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
What can you tell me about Philippe?
He was responsible for the extermination.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get...
Mostly because he wanted to get it. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war. The trouble was, the Templars were highly respected, holy.
If the Templars were so powerful...
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to...
So what was Philippe's plan?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be. That day was Friday, July. That's the origin of our superstition. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust.
What happened to the Templars after?
Philippe was out for blood. Not surprisingly, they
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you... Devil worship, lewd sexual practices.
Well, that must have given their lawyers.
Whether or not the accusations were... Most of the charges were probably cooked up. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy. They died.
But surely Philippe had no proof of it.
A man will admit the Inquisition fabricated some nonsense and then suggested to the victims that this...
But they didn't have to.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both fragments of flesh and charred. What would you not admit to?
So there was no truth at all?
Not a shred. Almost every victim... No. Baphomet never existed outside this sick mind.
So Philippe stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
Take a look.
It really
I'd like to...
not now.
Do you...
No.
Did I...
Yeah.
What is this?
Nothing.
What...
Nothing.
What...
Int.
From a dick?
Vraiment?
Thanks for...
You're well.
The old building, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Haggard?
That's...
I thought I was in a...
Oh, the plans. A little greenery. How may I help?
Has...
Oh, no.
You haven't...
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. Personally, I think he scares them half. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's a...
Has Marquet...
I should hope not.
A thin guy...
Sounds as they escaped from the...
I'm here to...
Oh, are you related?
Yeah.
A brother half his age with a different name.
Yeah. People always say that. We were separated at an early age. After a...
I've never heard anything.
So, do I get to...
That attitude will get... My instructions were quite clear. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance.
Look at this...
So you... Marquet's been asked?
For me?
Yes. He was shouting... Now, let me... He was on ward... Oh, he's the... Oh dear. That's... Nurse Grendel.
What's so bad about...
She runs that ward like a south...
Keeping a well-disciplined...
Well, in the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip everything. I mean, 6 o'clock, 6:10, bowel movement, and woe betide anyone. Those patients of hers are like...
She sounds like...
And
If Nurse Grendel is that bad...
she's like part of the...
Oh, you mean she's been here...
No. I mean, there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled...
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman... How do I find Nurse...
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant. Right again at the executive. Bear left past... and turn left at...
Thanks for...
Here...
Hi, my name's George...
Really? If you wish to make an...
Do you rec...
No.
Does the...
No.
Thanks for your help. Hi.
Please do
Call me George.
Oh, you
Yeah, that's...
My name's Benoit. But
Bunny.
that's right. I used to have this...
Keep it... Do you know any...
And no, I don't know much about any of the...
I've never met a doctor who'd...
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I...
Do you know the...
No, miss. This... I can't... I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean to get my hands dirty.
Shake my...
I don't think...
How come?
Down my...
I don't have derm.
I do.
Do you recognize...
No, monsieur.
Have you...
No, sir.
Does this fall...
No. Right.
as I turned the corner. It was an industrial park.
Hello. What's that?
I said, I'd like...
That's what I... Don't look, no matter how bad things...
Oh, yeah?
Why, it's easy.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust.
It's a...
Do you know a nurse?
Sure. Yeah.
Have you seen any...
No, sir. What's that, Mr. Shiny? With a friend like him,
It must...
Yeah.
Would Mr. Shiny be...
Please, don't call him. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never...
How come you got so...
I asked you. He's got him now.
It's just...
You think he... No, I don't mind. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny...
Whatever you've got with this metal muff...
It is? Say, it's not him.
Do you know where I'd find...
No.
Seal?
Yeah.
As I tugged the plug out...
Mr. Shiny.
Good afternoon.
Oh, hi.
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection.
Well,
Monsieur Croquet,
what's his problem?
he's been complaining. You'll need this.
She gave me a long, narrow... Thanks. Hi. The nurse told me you...
That's right. It's a real out-of-body experience.
I see.
Just a fraction of a...
I might not have been a doctor, but this guy. I know exactly what you mean. It's no...
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfect.
But just think. 2 seconds every minute. Why? 2 weeks out of every year spent in total dark.
I don't have time to listen to this... Which...
He's right.
What's the...
I don't know. But the man... Hey! You're...
We doctor...
Then how come you act...
Has Marquet had...
Nah, neither of us. You feel like the rest of the...
Well...
Thanks for that.
Well...
Thanks.
Hello?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer...
Dr. Monroe said there was...
Your problem.
Are you sure?
You better... What can you tell me about...
He's the man in the... That room was mine before I was tossed out.
Do you know...
They won't even tell me, Doc. But I bet...
What's your impression?
She's a very...
Efficient?
I...
The woman in reception described...
Well, she's quite strict. You've got to have discipline.
I'm going to take...
Why?
I'm a doctor.
Why?
I'm a doctor. See?
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken...
Seems fine to me.
You're not...
Of course,
No, you're not.
I can't take a satisfactory reading. I'll come.
Oh,
What?
you didn't finish.
Okay.
You don't have the first idea.
I'll come back when you've recovered. Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur.
Do you have a patient?
Oui, monsieur. He has been...
Why?
If you wish to know more, all I know is...
Do you
No,
pref?
that's...
What?
It's for taking the
Do you?
device.
Yeah.
No. Like, of what?